Remember the Tiananmen Square massacre in June 1989 when the Chinese military massacred its own people because they demanded democracy. Today, so many years later, a top-secret diplomatic cable says that 10,000 people died and not 300 as the Chinese government claims. Here's a report.
These images go back 28 years to June 1989. When Chinese army troops and tanks crushed the demand for democracy and political reform being voiced by thousands of people in Beijing's Tiananmen Square. The authorities say only around 300 people died. Now, a recently released British diplomatic cable of that time says that at least 10,000 people were killed. The cable was written 24 hours after the massacre by then British ambassador to Beijing, Sir Alan Donald. It came to the notice of the Chinese language news website HK01, which published it. The cable is as disturbing as it is graphic, detailing how unarmed, peaceful demonstrators were dealt with. Nobody was spared, neither school children, women or young girls. Donald wrote in the cable that the information was given by a close friend, a member of the State Council or Cabinet. The atrocities were committed by the 27th Army from Shaanxi province. 60% of its personnel were described as illiterates and primitives. They were even driven around Beijing to familiarize them with the city. Other details in the cable include how students were given 1 hour to leave Tiananmen Square, but 5 minutes later, the army attacked. Armored vehicles ran over the demonstrating students at speeds of over 65 kilometers an hour. A 3-year-old girl was injured, but her mother was shot as she went to her aid. Other girl students were bayoneted. The cable hints at discord within the army over the crackdown on the students. Personnel from the Shandong, Jiangxi and Xinjiang armies had left their bases without orders. Their aim was to attack the 27th Army. The Beijing Military Command wouldn't supply food, water or living accommodation to the 27th Army. Even officers were shot by their men when they hesitated during the crackdown. Members of China's State Council feared a civil war would break out. In fact, the Chinese government described the Tiananmen Square killings as response to a counter-revolutionary rebellion. It underscored another point, that the People's Liberation Army acted on the orders of the Communist Party of China. Even today, it remains the army of the party, not of the people of China. Bureau Report, WION.